Good evening, folks. It's Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project and Magnetic Reversal News, bringing you a magnetic excursion update Saturday, October 26th, around 7:45 p.m. Mountain Time 2024. An X1.8 solar flare just blasted off the sun, and it's headed our way. Should be a geomagnetic storm in just about 2 days. The X3.3 has arrived and has sent plasma speed up to a paltry 480 kilometers per second. Barely a geomagnetic instability. More to come. Keep calm. It's boom time. The central U.S. to face record warmth, wildfires, and severe storms as October comes to a close. Summer-like temperatures and gusty winds will build across the plain states ahead of a cold front poised to bring a big cool down and snow to the west early in the week. This clash of seasons will not only set up a ripe environment for wildfire growth and spread, but also severe weather. Dozens of record highs will be in jeopardy from Texas to Minnesota and Michigan, spanning Monday and Tuesday as warm air surges into the region on gusty southerly winds. Temperatures may be 12 to 20 degrees above normal, and the gusty winds could drive wildfires. Let's take a look at the forecast. Precipitation and gusty winds in the northwest, elevated fire weather in the northeast. A storm system continues to move across the northwest, bringing rain, high elevation snow, and gusty winds into the region. Elevated to locally critical fire weather conditions will continue across portions of southern New England and the mid-Atlantic and even eastern Wyoming. Record heat continues in portions of the southern U.S. Let's take a look at what they're talking about. Here we are looking at the 2-meter temperature anomaly map, and you can see a cold plume down in the Midwest and warm areas in the west and the southeast. And let's move this through. Here is Sunday, going to be chilly in the northeast, much below normal as it's above normal in the west. But by Monday, that hot pattern will shift into the center of the U.S. Take a look at Monday's temperatures above normal here in the central states. It's going to feel like Indian summer until the bummer comes. And Tuesday and Wednesday, we've got a cold front dropping down into the west, and that is going to slowly move east, pushing all of this warm air out by the end of the weekend. Let's take a look at total snowfall. It's looking pretty significant through the beginning of November, and we'll walk it through. Here is Sunday into Monday morning. Some snow moving down into the Pacific Northwest, especially the high elevations. A dusting of snow for the New England ski resorts. We'll move through the week here. Monday and Tuesday, that snow pushes down the Rockies. Here's Wednesday morning. We're going to already have maybe several feet of snow in the South San Juans by the beginning of the week. And then that snow is going to rip across the northern plains, North and South Dakota. Say it ain't soda on Wednesday and Thursday and up into Canada. Later in the week, another system moves down into the west here in the Rockies, pushing snow maybe all the way into Texas for the first week of November. A November to remember. Seismic update. Moderate uptick in quakes worldwide, mostly frac quakes happening here in the U.S., and we do have a 5.1 in the middle of China. Worldwide volcano news for the 26th of October. Sangay volcanic ash advisory to 20,000 feet, Ibu to 8,000. Popo, an uptick starting yesterday, continues today, a 30,000 foot blast there, and the ongoing uptick at Popocatépetl. Liwatobi to 7,000, Dukono to 8,000 feet. Manam on the list today. Volcanic eruption was observed. Shivalush, more volcanic ash. Ibu to 8. Semadu, puffing and passing. Nyala Malgira, and this is the African Rift Zone volcano erupting today with feeble ash. Popo to 30,000, Raventador 15, Sangay on the list. Liwatobi to 9. Popo to 30, Ibu, volcanic ash reported. Swanosima erupted to 7,000 feet. And what else do we got on the list? Nevado de Ruiz, 23,000 foot puff, wraps up the list for the day. As we move to the big topic, space weather. And here we are over at Solarham, and you can see that X1.8 that kicked off today, just about 48 hours after the last X flare from the same region, which was X3.3. This X1.8, a little longer duration and is sending some plasma our way. Will get much higher than the KP4 currently from the X3.3, according to the models. Let's take a look here at the X flare blasting off of the region. Now, for the next 7 to 10 days, this sunspot region is going to be quite geo-effective. So we've got to keep a close eye on this, because if it blasts out more large X flares, we could be looking at some pretty spectacular solar storms. And we really want to test the theory that it's our weakened magnetosphere that is causing these auroras to move all the way towards the equator with quite insignificant solar storms. And you can definitely see here that halo nature of the blast, and that means that some of this plasma is headed directly at Earth or towards us. Let's take a look at the 3-day geomagnetic forecast, shall we? There it is, end of October 26th. We could get up to G2 geomagnetic storm. So buckle up, Buttercup. We got space weather headed our way. A quick look at telemetry shows the arrival of that X3.3 from 2 days ago. Not doing much, not pushing things, and the BZ is now shifting back north, which means almost no chance for aurora unless you're in the Arctic. Here is the modeling for the X1.8, which just occurred, and it's showing on ISWA a very slight glancing blow, and the WSA Enlil spiral showing similar glancing blow on the 28th. Now, an article coming out, scientists want to shoot $200 trillion worth of diamond dust into space to stop global warming. If it couldn't get any stupider, then it couldn't get any stupider, in my opinion. Now, the new plan, which is proposed in a report which we will share with you here, microphysical interactions determine the effectiveness of solar radiation modification via stratospheric solid particle injection. Whew. Take a look at that. So the new plan speculates that shooting 5 million tons of diamond dust into the stratosphere annually could help cool the Earth by up to 1.6 degrees Celsius. While that isn't a massive change, it would hopefully be enough to hold off the quote-unquote worst of global warming consequences. What these idiots don't realize is CO2 is plant food, has nothing to do with driving temperature, and is good for the planet because it greens it, as the picture down below shows. Now, geoengineering isn't exactly a new idea when it comes to global warming solutions, but when scientists get down to the brass tacks, it's far too risky than the gain. All the links will be below. Join us in just a few minutes over at Magnetic Reversal News for one of the most amazing 1-hour discussions on the 1257 cataclysm with the eruption of Samalas on Lombok, Indonesia. VEI-7, it darkened the skies for years, killed off 1/3 of the population, and no one knows about it. And if you want to support the channel, you can support your preparedness at the same time at the Oppenheimer Ranch Project Preparedness Store on Amazon. There are hundreds of vetted products, 4 stars or better, that we use here at the ranch, and you could probably use in a survival situation. So go check that out, support the channel, and support peace of mind. And that's a boom to knowledge. Please share this video. We are shadow banned, and we need your help to grow. Hit the thumbs up. It helps with the algorithm. Subscribe if you haven't. And be safe. We love you. We'll see you in a few minutes over at Magnetic Reversal News. And that is a boom.